This ain't no game round here, it's more like religion. We built this thing right here, a football tradition. So everybody get up, feast your eyes on the highlight of small town life. It's Friday night.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week. Week number 4 now. We're back in Belle, Chasse, and it's homecoming night as we're here for the game between the visiting South Terrebonne Gators and our Belle Chasse Cardinals. As always, joined by the coach, Amos Cormier. I'm Jason Tonglet. And Coach, South Terrebonne comes in with a 2-1 record on the year. They beat a familiar foe at Belle Chasse and John McDonough, and they also beat my fiance's alma mater, HL Bourgeois. What can you tell us about this visiting Gator team? Because we really don't know much about them.
Well, the Gators play good football, in that part of the country. They love their football. And as a result of that, the Cardinals will have their work cut out for them tonight in order to maintain their unblemished record and try to reach 4-0. And, of course, it's homecoming. The ball players get that little extra hand squeeze from the parents. And of course, the girlfriends give them that bigger smile tonight. And everybody's happy, so hopefully the Cardinals will come away with a big homecoming victory.
Has it felt more like football weather than it does tonight this year?
It's gorgeous weather. We have a slight wind blowing from the east to the west. The temperature is nice. It's the first fall-like night that we've had, and it's just a great night for football.
Should be fun. Our visitors from Bourg and our hometown Cardinals set to match up. We'll have all the action right after this on your Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week. And welcome back to the Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week. Belle Chasse set to kick it away. South Terrebonne's going to get the ball here first. Austin Russell has the ball teed up at the 40, and we're just about set to go.
And what a game Austin Russell had last week, Jason. It's our player of the week.
Picked up at the 10 and getting back to the 20 as the return man for the Gators. It's Christian Wallace on the return, number 1.
Good kickoff coverage by the Cardinals.
So South Terrebonne, they put up a lot of points last week. Granted, it was against John McDonough. So we'll see what they can do against this stout Cardinal defense here. 1st and 10, ball's at the 21-yard line.
Well, one man they're going to have to block will be Robert Kennedy. Had a tremendous defensive game last week, number 13.
Quarterback drops back, under duress, throws deep, has a man open, and it's caught by Wallace. He's down to the 30, the 25. He's going to be taken down there, so kind of a surprise play there. First play.
Looked like a wing T type of play. Buck waggle, and a quarterback connected for a big gainer.
So ball at the 22-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. South Terrebonne is something we don't see a lot of in high school anymore. They go to the huddle. Come out, run kind of a wing T, and the running back looks like Carvin gains about 5 as he's taken out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. He's down to the 18.
Yeah, I guess the terminology nowadays would be a flex type of wing T, where they have the backs in like slot positions next to the tackles, but they come in motion and you get the same result. And that's one of the toughest plays in football, because the fake in the middle and the fake around the end and the quarterback keeping the ball puts 3 different directions to stress the defense.
Benoit going to hand it off to the fullback right up the middle. Number 44 gets the carry. That's Dylan Althman.
Belly off tackle to the right side. And they cross block that time at the line of scrimmage with the even man front.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout for a measurement here, as they're very close to a first down. So the chain gang comes out.
Well, South Terrebonne's off to a rousing start here with a long completion and then a nice sweep play and then an off-tackle play. So they really stretched the defense early.
And it looks like they are just short of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and less than 1 to go. And on that play, the Gators challenged that big line that Belle Chasse likes to put up front. Those 3 down linemen that are all probably well over 300 pounds, it looks like, between Funes, Hines, and Miller. So here we go, 3rd and 1. Quarterback Matt Benoit under center has 3 backs behind him.
T formation.
He's going to hand it off up the middle. 31's got the first down. That's David McCormick.
And when we talk about the T formation, Jason, we're talking about 2 tight ends and a full house backfield, fullback, 2 halfbacks, and a quarterback. And like I say, this is old-time football. Huddling up, getting tight.
And they're inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal for the Gators. Break the huddle. 1 wide receiver goes out wide to the far side. Everyone else in tight. Going to hand it off to number 1. Fights down to the goal line, and he's going to be stopped just short. This will bring up 2nd and goal. And he looks like he's right at the goal line.
Power football. Pull the backside guard. The fullback kicked out. The guard turned up, and the tailback followed him right up in the hole.
Clock running inside of 10 minutes, 1st quarter. 2nd and goal for the Gators. Benoit with Ottoman behind him. Man in motion. They're going to hand it to him, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown for Rodney Carvin. And the Gators strike first here, 6-0, with an extra point attempt to come.
And Jason, what an assortment of plays. That was the jet sweep that they scored on, and ran a belly, a power, a long pass off the buck sweep waggle. And now they try for the extra point, and the Cardinals are going to have to wake up quick with homecoming and all the festivities going on. I'm sure their minds had to wander a little bit during the week.
Snap down, kick is up, and it is no good as he pushed it off to the left. So with 9:44 on the clock in the 1st quarter, your score, South Terrebonne 7, Belle Chasse 0. We'll take a break and come back with more. Your Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week after this. And welcome back to the Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week. The kicker / quarterback, Matt Benoit, has the ball teed up at the 40. And we'll get our first look at this Cardinal offense shortly.
And the thing about this alignment, Jason, is it's suitable for an onside kick as well as a deep kick because they line up with a stack to the wide side.
It's kind of a short kick. It's going to be taken at about the 20. And it's Terran Onclad, looks for an opening, finds it, gets away from the first tackle. He's into Gator territory. And we saw it last week with Terry Onclad. He touched the ball 3 times in the 1st quarter and scored on all 3. He was trying to do it again there.
That's not the man you want to kick off to.
No, no. If you're going to kick it short and they're going to put Onclad in that spot, that's going to burn the Gators all night long.
Yeah, you better kick it to a down lineman instead of Terry Onclad.
So Cardinal offense comes onto the field. 2 receivers to the near side. Onclad split out wide. Hicks, the quarterback, with Silv in the backfield. Calls for the football. He's going to fake the handoff to Silv. Throw the screen. Onclad with a wall of blocks. And he's going to get away, and there he goes to the 20, to the 10, the 5, touchdown. Terran Onclad, what did we just say? 1 play and he's in the end zone. So that didn't take long. 9:24 on the clock. 22nd drive for the Cardinal offense. 1 play, 1 touchdown.
You know, Jason, that's indicative if South Terrebonne is going to have a chance tonight, they're going to have to possess, with the clock and keep the ball because when Belle Chasse gets their hands on the ball, they're just so explosive with Onclad and Silv didn't even touch the ball yet. And, of course, all the rest of them, Hicks in the backfield, Dennis Silv.
Austin Russell in to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. Kick is up. A high one, and he got it through. So very important there. The extra point will give Belle Chasse a lead, 7-6. 9:24 on the clock, 1st quarter. And Coach, we all need to kind of collectively catch our breath here because that happened in a hurry.
Yeah, the old bubble screen, jailhouse break screen, whatever you want to call it, to Ankle, and Belle Chasse has been running that play quite successfully since Coach Harrison has been here with the spread offense. And I tell you what, it didn't take long for the Cardinals to crank up the scoreboard.
No, we saw them use that play quite successfully last week, and just perfect execution. As soon as Hicks threw the pass, there was a wall of blockers. I thought the only people that could stop Onklade on that play were his own blockers because there were so many of them right in front, and he made the good play, broke it to the outside, and it didn't take much. He was gone.
Yeah, Tulane could use him right now.
So again, we watch these games with Onklade, and Robert Kennedy might be headed to Tulane as well. What we've heard, we know Sean Wilson down the road, so Curtis Johnson's always smiling when he makes a trip down to the parish here. Austin Russell approaches, kicks it off, and it's going to be taken by the deep man at about the 10. With some blocks, has some room, gets away from the tackle. It's going to be Carvin fighting, but I think they're going to blow it dead. And they're going to mark him at the 34. Where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gators.
Well, they've had a short time to make some adjustments, but let's see if the Cardinal defense can come up with some tactics to stop this attack that South Terrebonne utilized in the first quarter.
Back to the line comes the Gator offense. Benoit in the backfield. Again, kind of a wing T, one receiver out wide. Man in motion, they're going to pitch it. They string him out, and he's going to be hit hard, knocked out of bounds. I believe that was Austin Mesa laying the lumber there at the end. Kind of fortunate he didn't get flagged for that as he was very close to the line, but two officials right on top of that. It is a gain of 5 yards. Ball's at the 39, 2nd and 5 for South Terrebonne.
Well, Mesa's more like a bee than he is like a Cardinal because he stings them when he hits them.
Man in motion, they're going to hand it off to the fullback, and this time he's not going to get anything. And it's Robert Kennedy, the aforementioned, right there on the spot. Give him a gain of 1, and this is going to be 3rd and 4. And let's see what Coach Myers can dial up here on defense. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and Wallace has the first down into Cardinal territory at the 42.
I tell you what, Jason, I mean, they really have a varied attack. That was the tackle trap. I mean, this is a true wing T type football team, and they executed that play beautifully. They faked the belly off to the left side with motion and came back with the halfback underneath. And they have a good game plan.
And the one thing this is going to do, like you talked about, it's going to take time off the clock as they drive kind of methodically down the field. Again, similar formation. Everyone in tight. One receiver. They're going to two fakes. Quarterback's throwing deep, but he overthrows his receiver, and it's almost intercepted. Darius Franklin was back there, and it was on his fingertips. And the quarterback, Benoit, paid the price as he got lit up on the blitz. He's down. And we're going to have a timeout while the injured player is attended to. So we'll step away for a moment and come back with more. Your Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week after this. And welcome back to the Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week. Quarterback taken off to the sideline, and it looks like the new quarterback is going to be number 8, Tyson Verdun. And he's going to keep it himself. He's looking to pass, has a wide open receiver. It's Wallace. He's got it, gets away from the first tackle. Ball comes loose. It's on the ground, but they're going to call him down by contact at the 29-yard line. So big gainer for the Gators.
And Jason, it looks like the South Terrebonne coaching staff must have their game plan scripted because you know, for a new quarterback to come in, the first thing you worry about is the handoff. They not only went with the handoff, I mean, they opened up with a pass right off the bat. And that's showing a lot of confidence in the guy coming off the bench, cold.
So 1st and 10 for the Gators, 29-yard line. Again, everyone in tight, the wing T formation. We're in the formation, and we're going to have a timeout taken by South Terrebonne. As I guess they saw something they didn't like out of that Cardinal defense.
They might want to bring in that other quarterback after sitting out one play.
Well, Benoit, the other quarterback, is behind everybody on the bench. He looks to be okay. As there you can see a shot. We did say it's homecoming night tonight here at Belle Chasse, and you can see the homecoming court as they get front row seats, if you will, courtside seats for the game.
What a special night. You know, you go back, I'm sure everybody remembers their homecoming, their senior year especially. I know my particular memory was a homecoming victory, 13-7, and really an enjoyable night. Dance at the community house in Port Sulphur overlooking the bayou and Gold Road. Good band, good friends, good time, and a good victory.
So 7 minutes on the clock. First quarter, South Terrebonne again with the ball on the move. They're ready to go. The Cardinal defense trots back onto the field.
Back on the field, number 16, Matt Benoit, the quarterback for the Gators.
And they did make the quarterback switch as Benoit back into the game at quarterback.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gators as Benoit's back in the game under center.
1st and 10. Handed off to the fullback. Has some room. It's Audemont. He's going to be taken down near a first down, maybe just short.
Trap play right up the middle. And again, I mean, this is, of all the plays they run, I don't know if they run the same play twice yet. I mean, this is just the wing T playbook opened up from the front to the back.
So 2nd down, 2 yards to go. Again, everyone in tight. Benoit under center, gets the football, fakes the handoff, throws. He's got an open receiver down to the 5 and lumbering down to the goal line, and he's going to be taken down. That was Chandler Arsenault.
Yes, he was wide open, Jason. And, you know, talking about the wing T, I mean, of course, keep Paul Dietzel, the famous LSU coach, athletic director, a 1958 national championship in your prayers. But he was a wing T man at LSU. Johnny Robinson and Billy Cannon, and in the backfield with Warren Rabb, and that's what they ran, the old wing T.
Well, 1st down, handed off right near the goal line. No signal. It's going to be just short. And that was David McCormick on the carry.
And it's amazing, just talking about that play, that was the exact same play that LSU ran against Tennessee, and Tennessee stopped Billy Cannon on the goal line. And as a result, LSU lost that 2nd national championship by being upset up in Tennessee. Paul Dietzel, great coach and great program at LSU.
And we're going to have an officials timeout here with the clock stopped at 5:58. So we'll step away for a moment, come back with more of your Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week after this. And welcome back. 2nd and goal for South Terrebonne. Everyone in tight. It's a sneak play right up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. So that's going to make the score 12-7. It'll be interesting to see what South Terrebonne does here if they want to go ahead and go for 2. Try and get back the extra point they lost on the previous play.
5:42 in the first quarter, and really South Terrebonne has had the ball except for less than a minute.
So Benoit, who plays double duty here, is quarterback and kicker, set to kick the extra point. There's the snap. Kick is up, and this time he gets it through. So at 5:42 on the clock, the score is now South Terrebonne 13 and Belle Chasse 7. So Belle Chasse set to get the ball again here, and you know, would it would it be to Belchase's advantage maybe to be able to run a couple plays, give their defense a break here, because they kind of went right back out there. They only had one play off when you looked at it.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some adjustments because really every play that South Terrebonne has run has practically been for positive yardage, except for one belly off tackle to the right side here around midfield. So the defense needs to figure out some things to try and slow down this South Terrebonne attack. In the meantime, the South Terrebonne defense better figure out a way to stop Terry Anklod.
Just put all 11 guys over there. You saw Carl with a shot of the South Terrebonne, the visiting band. They refer to themselves as the $1 Million Band, but I think Alabama might have already claimed that name. So
yeah, the $1 Million Band might have stopped in Westwego and made change.
Yeah, he said that. We got about $20 worth of $1 Million Band here. As we're having a hard time picking up, it sounded like the Michigan fight song at first, but then it sounded like the Notre Dame fight song or the Belchase fight song towards the conclusion. Maybe they play a medley when they score. We don't know how that works. Again, short kick. And this time it's on the ground. It's going to be covered. So Belchase will have to start deep in their territory here as it's at about the 20-yard line.
Number 9, Darius Franklin.
He cannot do that.
With the ball.
It's a live ball to kick off.
First and 10 for the Cardinals.
So Cardinal offense comes back.
Cardinal 20.
Now that was kind of almost a good strategy for South Terrebonne as they kind of put it in between Terran Enclad and somebody else.
So it's first and 10 for Belle Chase.
Well, Hicks is at the controls now. So let's see if he dials up Silv.
Handed off to Devin Silv on first down, gets away from the first tackle, and he's pushed out of bounds. So big gainer on the first down.
Well, so far this looks like the Southeastern Conference game, Jason, because nobody's playing defense.
Yeah, really.
Everybody's scoring points.
Gain of about 13 on the play. Cardinals ready to go in a hurry here. Hicks in the shotgun. Calls for the football, keeps the ball, throws wide open as Trey Green gets to the outside, gets away from two tackles, stays on his feet into Gator territory at the 42.
It's so impressive that the Cardinal backs, I mean, just, a plethora of backs, and all of them make yardage after the first contact. They just don't go down easily.
Again, Cardinals going in a hurry. Two backs in the formation, and this time Terran Enclad has it. He's under duress. He dances away from a few tackles, falls forward, and give him about 6 as he's down to about the 37.
And they had Enclad in the back for a big loss, and he just skipped away from them.
Second down and 5 for the Cardinals.
So again, moving quickly here. Hicks and Silv in the backfield. Hicks is going to keep it himself. He gets to the outside, has an Enclad out in front, blocks one guy, down to about the 16-yard line. Out of bounds is Andrew Hicks, and again.
Beautiful job on the read option. I mean, you couldn't execute it any better on a college level. Andrew Hicks.
Getting set up, and it looks like Enclad's going to go into the backfield as Hicks moves into the slot to the near side. Calls for the football. Enclad's looking around, breaks down. Now he's going to keep it himself, goes forward. Flag comes down behind the play. And it's going to be a hold against Belchase. So negate the run by Enclad and back him up 10 yards.
And anytime that Terry Enclad gets his hands on the ball, you don't need to hold. All you got to do is bump somebody because he'll do the rest.
Sometimes even as a blocker, you might just want to get out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 4:29, the clock stopped, first quarter. It's 13-7. They mark off the penalty. So this is going to make it first and long.
First down and 24 for the Cardinals.
Hicks back into the shotgun, calls for the football, fakes a handoff, throws a pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Good job by Blaze Bellinger on the coverage.
Well, Bellinger did a good job that time, and of course in Cajun country they might say Belanger.
Belanger. So. Second and 24. Hicks in the shotgun. Calls for the football. Flag flies, and I believe they're going to catch South Terrebonne. Offsides there, so a little bit of that yardage comes back now. So this will be second. Yeah, looks like about 17.
Second down for the Cardinals.
Hicks all alone in the shotgun. 5 receivers. Man in motion is Silv. They're going to hand it off, but flags fly, and they're going to call a procedure penalty against Belle Chase. So the officials giveth, and then the officials taketh away.
Back and forth. 4:21 in the first quarter. Score the visitors from Terrebonne Parish, South Terrebonne 13 and the Cardinals 7, but the Cardinals have it in their mind to change that scoreboard rather quickly.
So 4 receivers, 1 back. Hicks calls for the football. Now we check to the sidelines. Waiting on the snap. There it is. Hicks is going to hand it to Silv. Finds a hole up the middle, and Silv's going to go. Touchdown, Devin Silv. So just like that, Cardinals back on the board.
Well, South Terrebonne is playing a 3-3 type of defense, and of course the Cardinals are exploiting that. Silv just exploded up the middle that time. I mean, he stopped, and then you could see like he came out of a cannon and left the defenders in their tracks. And we have a tie ball game, Jason.
So once
and
again,
I think Austin's going to break that tie.
Austin Russell in to attempt the extra point. Low snap, but Russell gets the kick up, and it's good. So with 4:14 to play, Belle Chase again takes the lead, 14-13. And we'll take a break and come back with more. Your Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week after this. And welcome back to the Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week. Austin Russell getting set to kick it away. Wallace and Carvin deep to return for the Gators.
And Jason, it has been all offense tonight. Whoever has the ball scores.
Carvin's going to get it about the 12. Has a bit of an opening. Now it closes, and he's going to be out to about the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Spot the ball just inside the 32-yard line. And Belle Chase and Coach Myers definitely want to try and come up with a stop here.
And when you don't see the wing tee on a weekly basis with all the spreads, you know, it presents a problem to try and stop it.
Carvin on first down has a hole, but the ball comes out. And it looks like, again, they're going to say he was down before the ball came out. So you're going to mark it right at midfield. And you can see the Cardinals kind of trying to hit hard like they're going to go for strips, because at this point turnovers might be the best way to stop the South Terrebonne offense.
Yeah, the difference in the defense is, you know, when you're playing a spread, you see certain types of plays, zone blocking. With the wing tee, you're going to see a lot of cross blocks and guards pulling.
Wallace trips, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Robert Kennedy throws him for a loss, and looked like maybe dangerously close to a horse collar there.
But Kennedy is a beast, and it's hard to sweep on Kennedy. He had great penetration that time, and well, when he met the ball carrier, he certainly knew what to do with him.
And mistakenly, Wallace tripped a little bit behind his quarterback, slowing him down.
So second down, 13 from the 47-yard line. One receiver out wide, everyone else in tight. Quarterback, straight drop. He throws the screen to Wallace, who catches it, runs to the far sideline. He's going to get back maybe to the original line of scrimmage at midfield, maybe a gain of about 4 as he's just inside Cardinal territory at the 49. This will bring up a 3rd and long, a situation South Terrebonne is yet to face tonight.
And that was the first actual drop back pass that they threw. All the rest of them have been play action passes. Going back to that spread, the spread is more of a finesse type of offense, where the wing T is a smash mouth type of football.
So back to pass, throws it, and it's caught. First down as they got it to Arsenault. First down, good job to hang on to that ball as the coverage was excellent.
And it's not often you see a high school team utilize a tight end like South Terrebonne has done tonight.
So 1st and 10.
Now Belle Chase territory in the 36-yard line. Man in motion. And they're gonna
This time it's up the middle. It's Wallace. He's got, looks like a first down inside the 25 to the 24.
Tackle trap play again, or counter. Some people call it a counter.
Number 4, Randall Graff for the tackle.
hard to stop.
First down and 10 for the Gators. Spot the ball at Cardinal 24.
Clock running 2:08 and counting, first quarter. Cardinals with a 1-point lead, but the Gators driving again. 1st and 10. Man in motion, they're going to give it to the fullback, lowers his head inside the 20 to the 19. Give him 5.
Number 44, Dylan Odeman with the carry. That's his tackle. Number 6, Caleb Parker.
And this South Terrebonne offense continues to,
Down and 5 for the Gators.
I'd say, nickel and dime its way down the field, but they're getting a little bigger than that.
Yeah, they're causing a little hesitation on the Cardinal defense. And, they're sort of looking for the ball back there. They're going to probably have to start penetrating. And
Hand it off to Carvin, gets away from a tackle in the backfield. He's going to be taken down inside the 10.
Number 2, Rodney Carvin around the left side.
Belle Chase had him in the backfield, but just missed a tackle. And Carvin gets the first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Gators inside the 9-yard.
so much misdirection with the wing T. And that's sort of freezing the linebackers for Belle Chase, causing them to lose a step.
The Gators from the Cardinal 9.
So 1st and 10, or 1st and goal, I should say, from the 9-yard line for South Terrebonne. One receiver, everyone else in tight, man in motion, and flags are going to fly. They're actually going to get Belle Chase. For being offsides, kind of oddly, they blew the whistle on that. So be just inside the 5-yard line after they mark off the penalty. So 1st and goal. Benoit under center, everyone in tight. Drops back, hands it off to Carvin, sweeps around to the left side. He's in for the touchdown. So Rodney Carvin gets into the end zone again. And that's going to make the score 19-14 with another extra point coming.
Well, the perimeter man for Belle Chase that time went upfield, and of course all they're doing in the wing T is kicking him out and cutting up right up underneath him. So he's going to have to sort of sag back a little bit and try and force that ball and use that 12th man on the sidelines, because that sideline can be one of your best defenders.
Benoit comes in to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. Kick is up. And it's good. So 51 seconds to go in the first quarter. South Terrebonne retakes the lead, 20-14. We'll step away and come back with more Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week after this. Welcome back to the Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week. Still in the first quarter. We've already had 34 points scored. We had, 102 scored last week, so we're on pace to beat that. Kind of a line drive like a knuckleball. It's rolling down the field. And that's the break that South Terrebonne needed, and they got the ball at the 36-yard line. So first big break of the game goes to South Terrebonne.
Well, one thing, Jason, there's only 43 seconds left in the before half, so
First quarter.
First quarter. So as a result, they have great field position. And sometimes in a close game like this, it always goes back to special teams. And that was a big special teams play.
And again, this Cardinal defense not getting any break because they were on the field for a long time so far this game. They're right back out there. Benoit with everyone in tight. And South Terrebonne's going to take a timeout. Discuss some things here. So, again, luck really not in Belle Chase's corner in the early going.
Yeah, Belle Chase is going to have to wake up. And like I said, I think they've done some parading this week in the halls with the homecoming activities. And so hopefully they can get in the locker room and sort of get their minds back on football. Although the offense has really been outstanding, but the defense is going to have to wake up in order for them to come away with a victory tonight.
Yeah, kind of at some point, Coach Harrison's going to have to regroup them and be like, look, guys, it's still a football game and we still have to play. You don't just automatically get handed that homecoming victory. So, I'm sure a lot of heated words being exchanged in that huddle right now as he tries to get that team fired up.
And most teams, if they can, always schedule somebody that's not quite as strong as South Terrebonne on their homecoming, because you anticipate that these types of things will take place with your ball players during the week. But nowadays, with the scheduling, it's very difficult to do that.
So quarterback back to pass, and he's going to be pressured, and he's going to be sacked all the way back. All the way back at midfield. Big loss on the play. Austin Mesa getting the sack.
We talked about Mesa earlier, and he can put a sting on you. And that time he came free. And the quarterback for South Terrebonne could not get away from his grasp.
So 2nd and 24. And now South Terrebonne comes out with 4 receivers. And this time Benoit's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down hard as he's stuck hard by Zach DeCluet. That's going to end the first quarter. And there's a flag all the way on the far sideline, so wait right here. So 5 officials get into a huddle. And it's going to be an illegal shift called against South Terrebonne. And you can see, if you're looking in the huddle, Coach Harrison is really fired up, and he's letting that defense have it. And now kind of a decision for Coach Harrison is he take the penalty yardage and back him up, or does he take the spot and make it 3rd and long?
When in doubt, always penalize him, Jason.
And I think Coach Harrison is saying he wants to take the penalty. Not sure what the discussion here is. And so they do take the penalty after all that. Ball's going to be at the South Terrebonne 45-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and close to 30. And because of the penalty, we will have one down untimed before the end of the first quarter. Quarterback's going to hand it off to Carvin, who gained some yardage. He's down to about the 45 of the Cardinals, so it's going to be 3rd and long, one way or the other, for the Gators when we come back, as that's the end of the first quarter with your score. South Terrebonne 20, Belle Chasse 14. We'll have more of your Plaquemines Prep Game of the Week after this.